Hello and welcome to an incredibly special transcription explanation video. I am here not by myself this time, but with my friend Loren Sherman. Hello.
Hello, I am Loren Sherman, and I am the creator of this version of Gallifreyan, otherwise known as Sirkles or Sherman's Gallifreyan.
A lot of people have seen this new design, which shows up on the sonic screwdriver of Shooty, and this is super exciting because it is the central set piece, and it was called by the Doctor. This is the Time Lord Gallifreyan script symbols for the sharpness of the tongue defeats the sharpness of the warrior. And let's go ahead and read that. So this is not totally 100% the same as the script we've been using forever. The most notable difference is that it's oriented to be read starting with each letter that's towards the outside of the word circle. And we can figure that out by looking at the word the here. So this word the shows up here, here, and here. So that means it's different from this reading order of normal circles. So that is a slight difference, but all of the letters are done pretty much identically. So this is where the first letter of this script is. This is the first letter of the first word. It just took some puzzling to figure out. This is where it started. I didn't see any context clues, but because I've read this, I know that this is where it starts. So we're going to start here with this word the. So the is our first word. We have a TH circle on the line of the word circle with an E attached. So a TH and then an E. So the, and then our next word here, starting on the outside, we have a shallow divot. And we're going to look at those two little smudges and we're going to pretend those are two little dots. And that would be in this column and in this row, making it an SH. And then we have a vowel outside the word circle, making it an A. So SHA, here's another shallow divot with a tiny little smudge there, which we're going to pretend is three dots to make it an R. Then we have two lines attached to this circle inside the word circle, making it a P. Then we have an N with just one line. They're right next to each other. And then an E centered inside the P. And then that's inside the N. And then we have this kind of double arc, and a double letter is shown by stacking, letter stacking, two consonant stems. So letter stems with the same stem can be stacked, and the same thickness is the same letter, and these are the same thickness of lines, so that would be a double S. So SHARPNE double S. Here we have our next word. It starts with a vowel. Little guy inside the word circle is an O. So we have an O and then three lines attached to this deep divot F, so of, and that word shows up again here too. Here's another the, and then we have a shallow divot with no modifiers, so that would be a T, then an O attached to it like a bead on a string, and then an NG, three lines attached to a circle on the line of the word circle, and then a U line radiating outwards, and then this, we're going to pretend it's scooted a little bit outwards to make it an E. Right now it is very clearly an O, just like this O, and is also like this O, and like this O, and is inside the word circle. So this is Tungo. Not quite tongue, but Tungo. Tungo. Close enough. Vowels are tricky. Makes sense for a little typo to happen. It's also evidence that this was done by a human and not an app, because apps tend to not make that mistake. They just stack lines on top of each other. Well, anyway, so tongue. And then we have this word. We have a deep divot, which really should have lines if it's going to be the word defeat. If it had three dots, it would be a D, but right now it's currently a B. So we have a B, I, line going inwards, F with three lines, E, E, T, S. So that would be defeats, which is close enough. How do you, do I have it spelled right here? I'm trash at actual English spelling, Lauren. Can you check me on that?
No, it is in fact defiats, and not defeats.
Defeat. Lots of feet. Many feats. Anyway, defeats. Here's another the. Then we have an SHARPNE double S, same exact symbol and design as this one here. Here's another of, same symbol as this one. Here's another the, same as this one. And then we have our last word, a shallow divot, two lines, makes it a W. Here's the A outside the word circle, a double line, which would be a double shallow divot. And this should have some dots to make it a double R. Currently it's a double T, then an I, then another O, and then another T. So that would be WATTIONS. Why is it got an S at the end? Shouldn't it be warriors? WARRIOR. S? What?
I don't know if it was intended as warriors plural. It could be.
Do I have this quote wrong? Is it supposed to be warriors?
I think in the video it's the script says warrior, singular.
R-R-R-O-R-S. Because this is warriors, if they had dots.
Also a fine saying.
W-A-R-R-I-O.
Also true.
Yeah. The sharpness of the tongue defeats the sharpness of the warrior. Because there's an extra shallow divot there. Anyway, so yeah, that's how this, says what it says. I think I don't know if the differences in how we've been doing it and how this has been done is due to somebody being kind of new at using the script, or intentional differences, or a little mix of both. But anyway, that is the explanation of that design. And then as far as moving forward goes, well, first of all, I kind of decided to make some of my own. This is done using very classic script stuff with all entirely straight lines, no extra rules, no curvy stuff. The sharpness of the tongue defeats the sharpness of the warrior. And this was also a pretty quick design for me. And then this one uses all sorts of fancy new rules. We have start and rotation indicators. So this one starts here and this goes this way. And this one starts here and goes this way. We have vowel slashes like that, or we have a slash to the O. Lots of added rules. So this is completely, illegible for people who don't know all of the extra rules that have been added since the oldie times. But this is pretty cut and dry. This is a simplistic design. So yeah, I added that bit at the end. I wasn't really planning to, but I kind of wanted to show it off. But my next goal was to talk about, I guess, the future of what is the script and what is Sirkles and what is Gallifreyan and what our plan is. So I guess, first of all, hey, Loren, does this mean that your script is now canon?
No, in fact, it does not. I'm very excited about it because it, legitimizes it a little bit in my mind and in our mind, and it made the Gallifreyan community feel very good and seen. But until the BBC actually comes out and says, yes, here, this script right here is canonically Gallifreyan, then it is not. And they get to make the final call on that because the concept of Gallifreyan, in fact, belongs to the BBC. The concept of a circular language called Gallifreyan that the Time Lords speak belongs to them. Whereas, this way of writing it that some people call Gallifreyan is free for anyone to use.
So
is that about right?
Does that mean this is official? Yeah, that sounds about right. But does that mean that this design can't be official Gallifreyan because it's done using the same script as ours?
Oh, well, it is free for anyone to use, including the BBC. So...
It's just extra cool that they used it. Yeah, so
it's very cool.
Everybody, including the BBC. So we're also not offended. No toes were stepped on. We do not say, no, you can't use this script because it is ours. No, we want people to use it, and we're so happy to see it being used by one of our favorite TV shows, and in such a prolific and upfront way.
Also, so, just good quote. Good quote, too. Good choice of thing to say with it.
So thank you for joining me for this explanation video, Loren.
Yeah, well, thank you for hosting it.
See ya.